is the chess song. हाँ चेस में जो ये मजा है, इसके इतने सारे रंग, सीखे खेले आजमाए ChessBase इंडिया के संग. थोड़ी देखी चेस थ्योरी, इन-डेप्थ कमेंटरी, यहाँ कवरेज है बेमिसाल. इम्प्रूवमेंट होगी तेरी, ब्लंडर से ब्रिलियंसी, बनना चाहे तू भी तार. शतरंज का कमाल, शतरंज का कमाल, शतरंज का कमाल, शतरंज का कमाल, शतरंज का
देख ले मुझे, मैं आंखें मिला लूं, ट्रैप लगा के मैं नर्वस करा दूं. तुझे क्या पता तू करेगा खता, फिर मैच की कथा को प्रथा बना दूं. ठीक टाइम जाए नीचे, प्रेशर तुझे मिसे देख में खींचे. गुरुजी ने इसे काबल बनाया, पीसेस के यूं खड़े कर दूंगा बगीचे.
एक मिनट, बगीचे?
हाँ बगीचे, अटैकिंग पे यार.
Checks captures threats in this position. हर मन में खोज ले best decision. जब हो जाए सही calculation, इससे better feeling नहीं है यार. शतरंज का कमाल, शतरंज का
This is the prize.
शतरंज का कमाल, शतरंज का कमाल.
Hello. Welcome everyone to Grandmaster Chess episode 18, and I finished this song with this image because look at that stare by Garry Kasparov. Oof. What a amazing day it is going to be, where we're going to have the 13th world champion, the man who needs no introduction, and the greatest of all time, as you say, GOAT. And yeah, I'm very excited to have Garry. I made some changes, guys, today for the stream. First of all, I decided to take off my filter just in case, shouldn't get very heavy. Like, in Duda's stream, there was a slight lag. So I thought, well, let me just make sure that there's no lag today on Zoom or anything of that sort. And today we are going to have a very exciting day. Garry Kasparov is going to be here for an hour from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And Samay, Biswa, Vaibhav and Anirban are going to be here. So it's very exciting for this episode of Grandmaster Chess. Are you excited? And I want you to be in the best frame of mind to guess the moves that he's going to say. And that's why I have a couple of positions for you before it starts as well. And so that's the reason why I have some. But before we get into it, I would like to tell you that you all can win a special book by Garry Kasparov, which is How Life Imitates Chess, and get it signed from him. I have my copy here. Oops, sorry. Yeah, this is my copy of the book, and basically you have to go to his website, Kasparov Chess, and try to register there. I'll be talking more about it today, but it would be very nice, guys, if you can do that, because it's a very nice website. There are a lot of great lectures and all of it over there. And Garry Kasparov, it'll be great to subscribe to it, Kasparov Chess. So Before we begin, Preksha P says, is Tanya joining? She asked for it. Yes. No, she's not going to join today. I'm sure that Tanya would join in coming days. Because first of all, the time is too little right now, and there's also the entire game to be seen. So I'm a little bit nervous, and all of them would be joining in shortly. So yeah, I mean, and also, I mean, Tanya has done so many streams with Kaspar. I mean, she's a very Kasparov knows her very well. So, whew. Okay. So first of all, a position to all of you here. Let's see what is the position, guys. What does Black play here? I'm going to show you some Kasparov games and try to get your thoughts on it. Black to move, what do you play? This is Kasparov versus Evgeny Barev, and it was a very cool game. And by the way, Kasparov finished it off with the kind of a gold coin move here. Yes, Akshay Mohan, you are right. Ilam Parthi is here. Very good, Ilam Parthi. Arutran, you are right. Sriram Chakradev is also correct. The right move here, and a very beautiful one by Garry Kasparov, is rook to g3. And look at this, guys. This pawn is pinned. It cannot take. There is a mate here. So a beautiful move by Garry, and Barev had to resign the game. So this was a very nice move. And joining us right now from all the way in Mumbai is the one and only Biswa, Kalyan, Rath, who's going to join in shortly.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. 1 second, Biswa. Just a second. How are you, Biswa?
I'm very good. How are you, sir?
I'm very good. And are you? Oh, you're back home. How was
Yes.
the Lonavala?
The Lonavala was very good, sir. Oh, Anirban.
Yes.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Biswa.
Anirban, how excited are you?
Oh, very excited.
Today, guys, there is also a special prize for this episode also.
What is that?
It is going to be a book autographed by Garry Kasparov.
I want it.
Yes.
So all the people here, you need to actually become a premium member of Kasparov Chess to get a book. But for all four of the people here, Biswa, Anirban, Vaibhav, and Samay, whoever wins it gets this book. Have you seen this book, guys?
Garry Kasparov.
How life imitates chess.
Hey, I have read this book.
You have read it?
Okay.
I mean, it's in. I think it's in my Kindle, and I have read parts of it, not the whole thing. But yes, I am aware of this book, and I have gone through it.
So this.
Kasparov can't sign your Kindle, so.
Yes.
So the autograph book you have read, but the autograph will be invaluable if you get it.
Yes, I want it.
So.
Also, why do you think I'm not premium member of Kasparov Chess?
Oh, you are.
I'm not. But why do you think? I will become today.
Because you would have told me, if you are becoming one, then you would have said, okay, Sagar, I know streams, no more streams. Now I'm learning from Garry Kasparov. So
if you become premium member, he teaches you.
Yeah, it's there are a lot of videos there, and it's by Vidit, Anish, MVL, and also by Kasparov over there. So just to show you guys here, this is the website of Kasparov Chess, and it's a very brand new website which is created, and you have play facility here, puzzles, lessons, news. Then there is also Garry Kasparov masterclass here. Then there are teachers like Sopiko, Maurice Ashley, Jovanka, Vidit, and MVL masterclass. And there are also documentaries here. So actually you can get a lot of interesting stuff here. if you become a premium member, and as you can see, the link is in the description. You can get 30% off over there by using the code, and also yearly members will get this book. But Biswa, Anirban, right now for you guys, here is the question: what do you do here?
Sorry, I'm on practicing on Kasparov Chess.
What do you do?
I don't want this.
I showed this move already. So guys, Rook G3 was like this gold coin move. Okay, one more position. Are you ready?
Sorry, I'm practicing on Kasparov Chess.
your answer used to be born ready, but now you're not using.
Sorry,
it.
I'm sorry. I'm practicing on Kasparov Chess.
Okay. Anirban, here is your question.
Oh my god.
Why Anirban? I am also there.
But you are practicing on Kasparov Chess, no?
I'm a
Hey, where did it go? Oh, it's a new puzzle.
I'm a multitasker.
Why to play? What do you do? Arey Samay, Vaibhav, please come, guys.
Oh wow.
At least you can go and get 7 days membership. Yeah, you don't. Then you can, if you don't like it, you can always return it. So check it out. But here, guys, what's the move? And the main reason why we are doing this before the stream is so that you guys get into the groove when he comes. Because I don't want like you at the start thinking when he's there already, ki haan, abhi tak engine has not heated up and so on.
Or the confidence could be shattered.
Yeah. I think knight g7, king takes g7, bishop h6, king takes h6, knight h2.
Bad move. That's a horrible move.
Okay.
No,
Okay, I think bishop h6 से start करना पड़ेगा.
Ooh.
And
Man.
then
Anirban style move, guys. Bishop to h6. Hitting g7. Well done, guys. In the chat as well. Takes.
यहाँ पे knight f6. No, that. Hold on. होएगा कुछ होएगा.
यहाँ पे queen d2.
Ooh, Anirban, amazing.
Oh wow, nice.
If only
nice.
Anirban and Biswa could both play together, तो ये combination पूरा solve हो जाता. Bishop h6 by Biswa and queen d2. Threat is queen h6 and a mate here, and it's actually unavoidable. You know, this was Garry Kasparov white against Nigel Short, and look at this is how Garry used to attack. You know, like all the pieces used to be around opponent's king. So, you know, amazing attacker he was. Okay, one more?
Yes.
Okay. This one is Kasparov versus Ivanchuk. It's actually a position from the opening, kind of. And it's maybe well known, but let's see if you guys can find it. White to play. Kasparov is white, Ivanchuk is black. Guys, this green screen that I have kept today is Biswa's suggestion to me. To know, Biswa, if today hang हो जाएगा ना Zoom, तो फिर green screen के वजह से नहीं था. But it's not hanging already. So.
Yeah. Okay.
White to move. Samay is saying that he's brushing his teeth, so he's joining. I think he just woke up. Guys, this game, Kasparov beat Ivanchuk in this one. Anirban, your style move. Aaj Anirban, you have to unleash your real self.
Oh man.
Acha, you guys, are you nervous? Like you will give wrong answer and Kasparov will say bad move and all?
No, I
Yeah,
practiced on Kasparov chess.
yeah. After his commentary in COB, it's brutal, disgusting. Okay.
Smigdho Bhattacharya, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you.
कुछ दिख ही नहीं रहा क्वीन टेक्स e4
Guys,
छोड़ के.
but this t-shirt, no, I have not worn for 5 years. This is the first time I wore it after 5 years.
Bishop g5.
So one of my favorite.
एक नाइट को हटा के यहाँ पे.
Knight G5, Knight E5.
Bishop g5 एक मूव है, क्वीन टेक्स e4 एक मूव है.
Bishop g5, Knight g5. Biswa.
Yeah, that's okay.
अच्छा.
Then you have to continue.
Okay.
Knight takes g5, queen takes g5. कुछ हो नहीं रहा है उधर.
Okay.
Just queen takes e4, rook takes e4, f takes e4. इसमें कुछ नहीं है. Bishop takes rook takes b7, bishop takes b7.
Hello, Vaibhav, welcome.
Hello. Hey, Sagar.
कुछ नहीं है.
How are you?
All good, man.
Excited for today?
Oh, pretty much. Can't even begin to tell you how much.
Queen
भाई तुम्हारा
a4.
आवाज थोड़ा ये है ऐसे क्लियर नहीं है.
धीरे आ रहा है?
हाँ.
Okay, I'll just connect a different way.
Saugata Sarkar, thank you for becoming backer of Indian chess. Rakshit Singh, you're right. Raghav Malviya, nervous Sagar bhai, yeah, a bit nervous, of course, and also very excited to learn from Kasparov and also, you know.
Hey, bishop h6.
No, guys, the answer I'll tell you.
Okay. Bishop. Okay. No, I also don't know. Is it?
Hey,
यो
समय.
बड़ा अरे अच्छा हुआ अभी तक गैरी सर नहीं आया ना. बढ़िया.
अरे वो आने वाले हैं. सब ब्रश कर लिया?
हाँ सर एकदम ऑल सेट.
टॉयलेट?
यो मॉर्निंग एवरीवन. आ गए अब बेइज्जती करा आपने गैरी कास्पारोव के सामने.
Good morning to all.
Good morning. Hey, Biswa, you in Pune?
No.
You are uploading stories from somewhere like 30 kilometers from here.
Yes, brother, but now I'm back home, as you can see.
अच्छा.
I always leave the place then upload stories.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Big influencer problems.
Oh, that's
So that the CIA can't catch me. Not that they're trying, but even if they try, they can't catch me.
Vaibhav, can you say something?
Yeah. Is it better now?
Ha, it's good.
Is it a pawn move?
Yes.
और
Yes,
white to
yes.
play and win क्या?
Ha.
Yeah,
No,
so,
not win. It's a good move.
G4.
Yes, you're right.
भाई साहब.
भाई कहाँ से ढूंढा भाई?
अरे और कुछ नहीं मिल रहा था, फिर देखा पॉन एक ये हो सकता है, एक D5 हो सकता है.
भाई too good.
भाई ऐसे मुंह मत बनाना भाई गैरी के सामने हम घटिया लगेंगे फिर. आज ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो स्कूल में कभी वाइस प्रिंसिपल नहीं आते थे क्लास में ऐसे अब सब बैठे हुए सब एवरीवन वांट्स टू आंसर.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey guys. Greetings from Greece now. I'm in Greece now.
You're
So
in
in
Greece.
the hotel. Yes. So this is somehow behind me. It's the agency.
Wow.
So unlike in Croatia, there's no green screen. It's just a real picture behind. So okay, guys. So
Welcome, sir.
what we're up today?
Well, Garry, before you arrived, I was just giving them some warm-up positions and I had asked them to guess this move, G4, your game against Ivanchuk.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
This is very interesting game. You know, I spoke to Ivanchuk. I mean, many years after that, because you know I prepared this line. This is English, a rare English opening line against Karpov in 1987. It's the first time I played C4, and Karpov regularly played E5. This, you know, this line was considered to be good for black. Yeah, and this is here is the point. I took on this pawn F3, Rook E8, F3. Karpov played E3, so he actually surprised me with another very interesting move. Actually, probably a very strong move in game 2, though he never repeated it. So. It's positions are very sharp, very unbalanced. That's not Karpov's style. But the idea was that if it takes on F3, which was the main move, he takes F3, knight F3, D5, and it's thought that black is fine because after C D5, Queen D5, queen goes on h5, bishop goes on h3. So and black has comfortable position because white pawns in the center, they're quite, not blocked, but they cannot really move forward. So this not that I can use my advantage in the center. And black has very comfortable development. So, and instead of take on d5, I prepared a new move, d4, which is so d4, which looks, of course, anti-positional because, it gives up e4 square. But also, I give up a pawn, but I prepare bishop g5, a very unpleasant pin. So, and naturally, Karpov, when he prepared for the position during the match, because game 2 he played e3, and then he played other lines, but he always experienced some troubles. So he thought that, that this is something I prepared, but he didn't know what. And before 1988 World Soviet National Championship, so he worked with Ivanchuk. And Ivanchuk never confirmed it, but basically they looked at this position. And I think what Karpov did, he gradually pushed Ivanchuk, to an idea that, maybe you should check what Kasparov prepared there. Because and I remember that when we reached his opening position, Karpov was there. It's like a voucher, waiting. So what's going to happen? Yeah. And Ivanchuk played as prepared knight e4. So that's what, Ivanchuk thought was good. Queen c2, d takes c4. Yeah. And rook b1. This is a very important move. So I just, I have to put the pawn, on the raider, and also, he cannot push the pawn because then the diagonal becomes too weak. So So the natural move was f5, and of course now looks very good for black. And here is this, that's what I'm very proud of how I did g4. And even with modern computers, when we look at this position, so is this black probably can save the game, but it's very hard. And we just played very quickly, and I think Karpov had a big sign of relief. Oh, that good! It's good that it's not me suffering. Yeah. So and Ivanchuk lost very, very quickly. So he just he just couldn't. I think by the way, the end of the game was very nice. I think he played Queen e7 here. Yes.
Yeah, he played Queen e7,
which was not the best. I think the best move was probably still knight. I guess maybe knight d. Just I don't recall, but there was something there that you could do just to have because taking on g4 is really dangerous. Take on g4 probably losing. Just you should probably show the line instead of Queen e7, take on g4 instead of Queen e7.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you take on g4, then knight e5. Knight should take on e5. Bishop takes on e4. Knight g6. Only move. And then I think it's just, I can take on g6 and then queen. I'm not sure, or start with rook b5. I'm not sure which move is stronger, but one of these moves is just, it's maybe even taking, but you should ask the computer. I think this position is very, very dangerous for black. Probably lost. I think maybe taking, then queen takes, and then the rook goes from b5 to h5. This is a very, very strong attack, maybe decisive attack.
Amazing.
Yeah. So and Ivanchuk played Queen e7, so he didn't find just any rush to move. So and the game ended up very nicely, very quickly, and very nicely.
Yeah. It's
Queen e7. Yeah. G takes f5. Now taking on f5, then I also then I go knight g5. Yeah. No. Yeah. If he took on f5 with a bishop, then still knight g5. Yeah, and that's a really bad endgame for black after g6. Then I just exchanges and then take on b7, take on c7. That's bad for black. But it was better than in the game because after knight d6, and it's Ivanchuk blundered knight g5. He took on e2. Yeah, I think it's check, king h8. So we exchanged, and now bishop f4. That's the. And now the key is that after knight e7. So he played knight d8 because after knight e7, so I play. I play bishop f3 simply bishop f3. Rook takes a2. I take on d6, and then rook e1. Yes, see this rook b1. F1 is okay. Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter which one goes there. That's it. Yeah, that's black.
The knight is gone.
Yeah, knight is. Yeah, that's it. That is black. No, actually, you better because this bishop takes f5. No, rook b1. I was correct. No, otherwise bishop takes f5. Rook b1, and that's it. That's it. Yes, game over. Knight cannot don't go anywhere. So he played knight e8, but then it's just took on there rook e1. He has to exchange. Then rook e7.
Can we ask the last move to them?
Now the final touch.
Okay, guys, what do
final
you play
touch.
here? White to play.
Final touch. Deadly blow.
Yeah, the move that Garry played forced Ivanchuk to resign. And by the way, guys, I must tell you, Garry had no idea that we were seeing this game. Like, there was Ivanchuk game, and he came here and he remembers all the moves of this game.
Yeah, this is because it's okay. Well, we'll talk about the game.
F6.
Rook e8.
No, rook e8. Bishop on c6.
F6.
Yeah, exactly.
F6.
F6, and if he takes the pawn on rook h7 mate, and if he takes on d5, then rook h7 mate, and if he takes on d5, then rook e8 check, bishop g8, and f7.
Ooh.
Oh,
what a finish.
Knight takes, knight mate.
Wow. Oh my god.
Yeah, so after f6 he resigned. That's
what a
that
game.
was quite a start. I think the game had such an impact on Ivanchuk, so he lost me four consecutive games in the row. At one point the score was 5-0 in my favor. But then actually he did, he won a few more games. So he did that quite well later on. But by the way, the game you selected is also miniature.
Yes,
it's also 23 moves.
25.
And I have to warn the audience, because that was not my choice. I thought about it, but I think picking game with Vishy, that would be probably like an insult for in the audience. Yeah, I beat him many times. Some of them were great games, but I was really hesitant. And then I said, why don't you pick up your game? Just make it your choice. And to my surprise, he picked up the game, that's a short one, sweet one, decisive one, but against Vishy. So that's why it's not my fault. So you cannot blame me.
Garry, I chose it for your opening choice. And I think, guys, but I don't want to reveal it because there's a point for it. And Garry, do you know the rules of this game, like the Grandmaster Chess? It goes like this, that there are 10 critical moments. And at every critical moment, they have to guess. And if they give a good move, you give a point. If they do not give a good move, you give 0. You can decide to give half a point if you think the move makes sense. And at the end of it, the one who wins today, like the scores the highest point, gets a signed copy of your book, How Life Imitates Chess. So guys, this is what you are fighting for. And so shall we go?
So what should I offer a little bit of advice on that? So this is the again just to make sure that I'm on the right track. So the game is short, as I said, sweet, but still, it's there's some high quality moves. Should I give some indications?
Yes.
Yeah, just a little bit of hint,
Not too much, maybe, but little bit.
Yeah, like maybe if we don't get it, we are really far away from any of the guesses, then maybe we can take it.
Yeah. So okay.
What was the backdrop of this game? It was played in 1995 against
Vishy. It was played in 1995. Yes. So that's it was played in 1995 in Riga. It was one of the Professional Chess Players Association tournaments. And it's again, the game has another intrigue because Vishy, I think he already qualified for the world match. He beat Kamsky in the final. So that's why we were supposed to play the World Championship match a few months later, so in the fall. And again, as I had to consider it's a double edged. On one side you want to play something really great and just win the game, or on the other side you want to keep ideas for the match. So but I thought, okay, it's time to play something interesting.
Yeah.
Something really nice.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Garry opened
Yeah.
the game with 1 e4 and Anand played with e5.
Oh yeah, he regularly played,
e5.
regularly played
e4, e5, yeah?
Yeah.
So knight
and
f3.
Before that, the 3 knights to 6 and
Bishop c4, bishop c5. And guys, here is your first question right now. What did Garry play in this position? And you have only 1 minute to say your move. Of course, it's there are many good moves.
It's almost almost just it's yeah. There are many. Look, this is it's, by the way, it's a very popular position now. This is like traditional Italian game, and now they play d3, c3. So that's and I think it's probably half of the games after e4, e5. On the top level, if not more, they always end up with this position, and it's a very quiet development. Yeah, actually very interesting and complicated position. But I had an appetite to play something far sharper, and so I give an indication that I was not ready to play for small positional advantages. I just wanted to go for a kill.
I'm sorry, sir. Can you repeat? You wanted to really play for?
Yeah, for a kill. I want to go for a kill.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
You wanted to go for the kill. And guys, you have last 5 seconds, and I think you know the move that you want to make here. Okay, let's start with Samay here. Samay, what's your move?
Knight takes e5 with the idea of d4.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much. Yeah, that's guys. Yeah, but my bishop on c4 is also hanging. Knight takes e5. Yes, yeah, it's great, but the bishop on c4 is also. If you had knight c3 instead of bishop c4, then knight e5 makes sense, but not with bishop. So okay, no points.
Yeah, no points for that.
And don't give up your pieces too early. This is I'm happy to give up material, but not a piece instantly.
Biswa.
b4.
b4. Okay.
That's another suggestion.
Yeah,
so
B4.
b4. Okay. Vaibhav says b4. Anirban.
C3.
c3. Okay.
Okay. But okay, knight e5 is too far, c3 is too slow. So b4, of course, just to play c3 with a tempi. Pawn is a pawn, who cares? So we're generous people.
Garry, Ivan's Gambit is an opening that is played in the club level, and people played for Gambits. How did you play it against such a great opponent? Like Vishy was a world-class player back then.
He was not a world-class player. He was number 2 player in the world.
Exactly.
At the time, yes. No, this is I always like Gambits. This is what the first book my father gave me when I just learned how to play chess in 1969 was a game of David Bronstein, and it's called 200 Open Games, which is it's a bit primitive, but it's a good, very juicy language, because it's all about gambits. E4, E5, F4, or bishop C4, and then a D3, F4. So this is all these games, and he just, I don't know. It's the good memories of the childhood. So but then on a serious note, so in 1990, before match was Karpov, I looked for some old, openings that have been abandoned, like Scotch Open. Yes, and alongside with Scotch, I looked for Evans Gambit. I didn't play Evans against Karpov, but I revived Scotch, which for the next 30 years remained just a very popular weapon for many players. And I also, after the match, looked for for bishop c4 and b4. Since 1991, I looked a little bit, again, never took it so seriously. But in 1993, when I played match against Nigel, World Championship match in London, the organizers, they had the tournament hall reserved for 24 games, but I ended match after game 20. So they wanted to actually feel the seats, so just to have some excitement, and they suggested that we play rapid games, but also we play gambits. So basically old-fashioned games. We start from the scratch. And actually not scratch. We start from the position that is it's taken by the draw. So we draw on the color and on the position. And one of the games I played against Nigel was actually Evans Gambit. So bishop, and I just it game ended as a draw, and I decided let's have a look, and realize that maybe this is not as as primitive as people thought, and maybe it may work not only in the 19th century but also in the 20th century, and not only in the simultaneous exhibitions but against top players. I also looked, because just to be sort of coherent, I looked at the line with instead of bishop c5, knight f6, knight g5, also old-fashioned attack, so knight f6, knight g5, very sharp lines. So in 1994, I was already, in the right mood to actually play something, romantic from the distant past. So, and before the game was Vishy, I was a bit hesitant and spoke to my coach, so late Yuri Dakhayan, and said, Yuri, maybe it's time. He said, okay, try, big deal. So then we had a couple of ideas, so just, to surprise Vishy, and it did work. So before, I think he didn't like this move, because he wanted to play solid game, and all of a sudden, he's thrown into something that is so different, and not unprepared. So next move, are we taking the next move? But it's, of course, that's why we sacrifice the pawn.
Right. Bishop E7.
Now, and now bishop E7, that's what, Nigel did against me. This is the way to actually avoid any theory. Now, the strongest is basically a refutation of Evans' Gambit is bishop a5. It's a refutation. Bishop a5 and d4, d6, and it's just it's not queen b3, queen b3, queen d7. That's the
right.
It's the d5, and this important move bishop b6. Which is just threatening knight a5, and it's white probably still holding equality after knight d2, knight bd2, but that's it. That's that's over.
Right.
Yeah. So and I tried a few different ideas, but just none of them actually worked. So, but bishop e7 was considered to be simplest way d4, and now knight a5. Yeah, that's the whole plan. So black say, fine, I give it back the pawn, so you take on e5. If you take, that's what I did with Nigel. Knight takes c4, knight takes c4, and now of course d5 immediately. d5, e5, queen d5, knight e3, and I think Nigel went back on d8, but queen d7 is stronger, and black is fine. So this is the it's a roughly equal position. This is not a big deal because white cannot develop strong pressure in the center. Black pieces are well, they finish the development, and it's the bishop goes on b6, on b7 eventually. So but here I had an idea. So I thought, maybe I don't have to give up my bishop.
So you played bishop e2?
I played bishop e2. Actually, recently, I saw Caruana, employed bishop d3 even in this position.
Bishop d3.
Bishop d3, which is also makes sense. Again, it's just, I play without a pawn. It's a different concept. So you play without a pawn, but you play for the center. I wanted to play not for the center, but for very dynamic attack. So, and here just black had, number of options. So the most, either you play d6, so just giving up back the pawn. So, and it's just, or you take the pawn. And after some...
Now, Garry, this is the next question for them, because they can recapture this in 3 ways.
Yeah.
So, guys, white to play. What do you do here? You have just a couple of minutes, and also in the chat, guys, you can think what to do here. And this was still prep, right? That was preparation, of course. Yes. That's the main idea that I had. It's a very interesting position, and the natural moves also you have to think, guys, and try to figure out what did Garry do in this position. Ooh. A lot of people in the chat. Some saying CD4, some saying knight D4, some saying queen takes D4.
Okay, we can give you a hint. I did
Yeah.
recapture the pawn.
Sorry.
I did recapture the pawn. Yes.
He did recapture.
Yeah, I did recapture
Oh
the
no,
pawn.
I was thinking bishop e3, man.
No.
Playing queen A4.
No.
Queen A4, I was also thinking.
No.
I think it's more because of Sagar. He said there are 3 ways to recapture this pawn.
Yeah, there are 3 ways, and the 4 of you. So it's a very good chance that at least one of you will get it right.
By the way, Gary, in the first answer, when Anirban had said the move C3 against Italian, that was not worth half a like. Do you want to give half a point for that, or should we keep it 0?
No, because I think I gave a clear indication that I was playing something unconventional, so that's why no.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I have to be tough. Yeah.
Very tough. Very strict today.
Expected.
Very tough. Yeah.
Okay, Biswa, time is up. We'll start with you. What's your move?
I know you said you did recapture the pawn, but I don't trust anybody, so e5.
Ooh,
Okay.
E5.
Okay.
Okay, Vaibhav.
Queen D4.
Vaibhav wants to take with the queen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, queen D4. Anirban.
Queen D4.
Queen takes. Okay. Samay.
Queen d4.
Okay. Actually, it's statistically, you did better than expected. So 3 of you got the right answer. Of course, I took with the queen. Yeah, because it's attacking the pawn. So, by the way, just later, some of the players, employed the d6 in this position, sacrificing the pawn and then playing bishop f6 and queen e7. So that becomes there was a theory on that, queen g3, queen e7. So this is some theory. But Vishy, of course, didn't want to give up the pawn, so he just he made the very most natural move, knight f6.
So basically, Gary, a lot of people would think here to take back with the pawn and have a
But
strong center.
but then I would have the bishop on d3, of course. If I wanted the center, I would keep bishop on d3. So the idea of bringing bishop back on e2, which was again, it was very unusual concept. So that's what made it so difficult for Vishy to actually to first understand the idea behind it, and then also to find the right move, because it looked quite innocent, but it's very again unconventional idea, because typically in Evans, white want to build strong center, sacrifice the pawn, 2 pawns in the center, and then develop attack. Here, basically, I threw away my pawn structure. I'm a pawn down. My pawns are horrible. All I count is just, that I have to keep attacking. And if I slow down, I'm lost. So I'm vicious, sort of, okay, maybe I'll find a way, just because position is solid. It all, defended. Yeah, just again, king is in the center, but how can I capitalize on it? So, and again, this is the hidden dynamism in the position that he underestimated, and that's what I was. I didn't see everything, in my analysis, but I could feel that there was something there that could make it difficult, even for such a great player as Vishy, to defend it.
Right. So knight f6
Gary,
was...
so when you brought the bishop to e2, did you already see a checkmate?
No. Look, bishop e2 again. For me, it's to get a new position. Very, very, again, highly unusual position. So, and you will see it's the because one of the most difficult things in chess, is basically to shift gears. So you want to play something solid, positional, and all of a sudden, you just play a game which is boom, 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 temp. There's no more time left to think strategically. Oh, what if I do this? My pawn structure will be decisive factor in the end game. It's not about end game. It's it's quick and dead. So it's a shootout. And I think Vishy wasted a little bit of time by just by shifting gears and by just making his mind ready for a different game. So it's a shootout instead of the building an armor.
So guys, now you have a lot of hints of how this game is going to proceed. So here's your next question for just 1 minute. Third question of the day. What did Gary do here? So keep in mind all that he has said and keep up the tempo. And Gary, also do tell us till what point was it your preparation when we go ahead, so we know that, or maybe you remember, I don't know, but
Yeah, I think that's, again, I cannot be 100% sure, but yeah, I think I have a pretty good idea.
Okay.
So where it ended.
Okay, guys in the chat also, all of you writing your moves. Okay. Let's go. Samay has said the first answer, Biswa second. So Vaibhav, what's the move here?
E4.
If I
Sorry?
mean.
E5.
E5 by Vaibhav. Okay. Anirban?
Yeah, E5. I have another one, but I think it will come later. But E5.
Okay. Anirban says E5. Samay?
E5.
Okay. And Biswa?
Yeah, E5.
Best move, yeah, Gary, in the position.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not best. It's the only move because, it's if we don't do that, then we just pawn down. By the way, we still have no advantage in development. So we just have to start pushing back black pieces around. So, but E5, it would be very good, but black had natural response. Knight C6, attacking my queen.
Yeah, and black played knight C6, attacking the queen as well as the pawn. And the next question for you guys, this is the fourth question of the day. What do you do here in this position?
Don't sacrifice the queen, please. The queen is supposed to go somewhere to cause, because this queen will cause a lot of damage to black.
Okay,
so please preserve the queen.
And I have to sacrifice it now.
No. Yeah, no. That's yeah.
But Gary, while they are thinking, I have one question for you. So, you see these, they have collected some pictures like this one with Anand. You have had so many amazing games, and you met him also recently in Croatia. Tell us a bit about your relation with him, like over the years and now, because even Vishy said it was very nice meeting Gary this time. It was great. He also enjoyed
Look, it's of course very nice because I play so poorly these days. So I'm sure it feels much better. Yeah. But, on the serious note, yes, I think it's amazing that, he's also not a kid, So the guy, just crossed 50 years mark, and he's still playing great chess. I'm just, I can only, envy his energy and his, it's not so much even energy, but his devotion to the game. So I think it's great to see a former world champion, defending the honor of the old guard.
You think that at this age, it's not so possible to play as well as he's playing right now. So, I mean, it's very unique what he's achieving right now.
Look, it's we had players like Lasker, Botvinnik, Smyslov. So we have, but those are the greatest. I mean, Korchnoi, of course. So, and Vishy, belongs to this, to the frontliners of chess history. And nowadays, it's much more even difficult than at the days of Lasker or Botvinnik, or even Korchnoi, because chess is much younger, more dynamic. And the fact is that, Vishy can do so well, it shows the value of knowledge and experience and deep understanding of the game.
Yeah, amazing. Guys, your time is up. Anirban, what's your move?
Queen D3.
Queen D3. Okay, Anirban says I don't want to sacrifice the queen just yet.
So you're right. You have to move the queen. Yeah.
Okay, Samay?
Queen F4.
Queen F4. Biswa?
Queen H4.
Queen H4. And Vaibhav?
Queen F4.
Queen F4. Okay, this is 4 interesting moves, Gary. What are your thoughts? 2 Queen H4s, 1 Queen F4. 2 Queen F4s, 1 Queen H4, and 1 Queen D3.
Okay, now D3 is definitely the wrong square. Yeah, because the knight G4 and as we lose, everything, and then D6. So we have to keep harassing black knight. So we need to bring our queen to the king side. But the problem is if you go Queen F4, he has Knight H5, and then G6, and then again this is he consolidates. So we need to basically when you play, you know, such a risky game, our pawn down, our pawn structure is horrible. All we need is just, you know, just to make sure that he has not many choices. And if the game follows, the flow of the game goes the way we want. So the only right move, and I think, was Queen H4. So who gets a full point?
Biswa.
I get it.
Biswa,
Okay.
well done.
No, Queen H4. Now he has no choice. He has to go on D5 with a knight. So and our queen, you know, lands where we want it. So we want queen on the king. So Queen G3. And now here is the situation. So yeah, there was a move actually Black could consider playing castle. Sacrificing castle, Bishop H6, G6.
Sacrificing an exchange.
Actually, I'm not sure, you know, I have to take it. So maybe I should even start with castle. You know, but that was, you know, one idea. But Vishy thought he didn't have to do that. So why to sacrifice an exchange? So he played G6. Yeah. And
castles?
and then a castle. Now again, this is Black can castle, but then he just realized, you know, there's the serious pressure. So as I go C4, that was my idea. C4, knight B6, knight C3, D6, Bishop H6, Rook E8, Rook A D1, and I thought I have a very interesting, you know, attack. So like knight D7, I was considering move like knight G5, knight D5, F4. Again, Black has material advantage, but look, this is the game is, you know, is developing very nicely for White.
So by this time, actually, you were enjoying your opening choice, yeah?
This is and Vishy recognized that, you know, that's the castle. So he decided that he first, you know, should develop the his queen side. So and played knight B6.
Yeah, and guys, now for your fourth point in this position. Sorry, this one is actually the fifth point already.
Yeah.
What do you do here?
I since it's not easy. So this is again, it's the you know, you have choices here. So you can try to just go after you know, just again, you can prevent black from castling, but that's one idea. But also, you know, you can, if you remember what I said, you know, just a minute ago. So you should see how White will be developing its pressure. So because we cannot win the game only with queen and bishop or pawn. We need to bring the whole army into the game. And it's very important that this is every piece now will play, you know, its role, and will be playing actually for two, because we're pawn down and we need to develop the initiative. Every move should create extra pressure and prepare, you know, our pieces to enter the game. So just remember what I showed you just in the previous comment, and then maybe it will help you to pick up the move I made.
Okay, so White to move here, and guys try to adhere to what Garry has said and find the move. Garry, meanwhile, while they are thinking, here's one small picture that I had collected. I wanted to show you. This is you with Karpov. I think is it the first time you met him?
Yeah, it's November. I'm not sure which November. It's this November 12th, probably 1975 in Leningrad. So
you were 12.
I was board one of the pioneer team of Baku, and he was the captain of Chelyabinsk team. So he gave an similar exhibition to us in this competition.
Amazing.
Yeah,
there's one thing that I've always loved when you have said is that because of Karpov and playing against him, you became a very strong player, and you know you had to improve very quickly.
Look, you know, there's always, you know, playing strong opponents is always helpful, because it's just, you know, if you know how to learn from mistakes and how to draw from opponent's strengths, you know, it will benefit you.
Beautifully put.
Okay, guys.
So your time.
So now just show how careful you were listening to my comments.
Okay.
Yes. Sir, Rook FD1.
Okay, Rook D1 for Samay. What about Biswa?
Knight B D2.
Okay. Vaibhav?
Rook D1.
Rook D1. Anirban?
Knight A3.
Knight A3.
Okay. So I will give half a point for Rook D1 because it's half a point only.
Okay.
Because I actually I play C4.
Wow.
No, but that's that's what I said. I would play Rook D1 is if you remember line of a castle and bishop H6 C4 knight C3. The idea my knight wants to go on C3. I don't have time to go on D2. So the D2 I will losing this. I need, and also C pawn will play an important role, as the it will be just like a cannonball, destroying black's defensive wall. Yeah. So, but Rook D1 because it may end up, with just it's somehow it could end up with similar positions. So I would give it half a point.
Okay, wonderful. So 2.5 to Samay, 3.5 to Vaibhav, 3 to Biswa, and 2 to Anirban. Is getting very close and sharp. So very exciting. C4, D6 was played by Vishy, and now Rook D1 was played by Garry.
Yeah, that's why that's why I said that's the game. Just it's the Rook D1 got half a point. So and here just Vishy made a mistake, a serious mistake. But again, very natural move. So he played knight D7. So he wants to force because C5 is a threat now. Rook D1 creates a threat C5, potential threat. So that's it. So Vishy, wanted to decide, force me to make a choice to move my pawn somewhere. It was just from E5, and he actually had a very strong move here, which is just. It's a machine like to play knight A4. It's sometimes you're not just creating threats, but also you're paralyzing opponent's attack. And knight A4 would make it very difficult for me to develop my initiative because my queen side now is paralyzed. But again, knight D7 sounded very. I think he was quite happy because it's just if white white has to do something, and again what. So just if I exchange pawn, then I'm no longer having serious attack, and all he needs is just to castle, and it's only one move. By the way, it's just I think he believed that eventually he will castle. He never did, so that's because he didn't have time for that. So now let's move because now we are reaching a crucial point of the game.
So this one again is the 6th point, guys. Here, white to play
knight D7, and again, if you listen to what I said, that's important now. Vishy believes he can castle anytime. So, but now it's time for white, to actually finish the development and make sure that black king never leaves the center.
So you have to be very attentive, guys, here and not make a mistake.
There's a lag, I think.
Yeah, just a second.
The screen became green.
One second.
It's a green screen.
I knew it. I knew you would say that.
This is.
Guys, we are back. Sorry for that. Yeah. Okay, so you have to figure out. I don't know what happened. It's just there was a beep sound for a second, and we are back.
Position was too complicated, I guess.
Yeah, it's complicated. Yeah. So look, you had the number 1 playing number 2 in the world. So that's the serious game.
Okay. Last 10 seconds, guys. Your move here. What do you do? Okay. Let's begin with Biswa. What's your move?
Sorry. Bishop H6.
Okay, Biswa says bishop to h6. Vaibhav?
Knight c3.
Knight to c3. Okay, Anirban?
Bishop a3.
Bishop a3. Okay, and Samay?
Bishop h6.
Bishop h6. Okay.
Okay, it's the set. Each comment I make contains, a little bit of a hint. So I said black king must stay in the center and to be executed there. And so that's was almost, a clear indication that the best move was bishop h6. I would probably, give just half a point for knight c3 because it's again, it could be reverse of the moves. So, but it's not, it's now castle might be more, more difficult for white because the wrong rook is on d1. If you remember the line of the bishop a6, rook a d1. So that's just now having the rook on d1. So would put me, just in its disadvantageous position. So
correct.
Yeah. So but I would probably still as just for general ideas. So I would probably give half a point for knight c3. So should I?
Can I just check? Sorry.
Yeah. Should I? Okay, I just said that half a point. Yes. Yeah, but bishop h6 is the right move. No, just that's no more. But again, it's not a big deal because it seems that white doesn't have enough resources. So he took on e5 with knight c9, knight ce5.
Yeah, he took on e5 here.
Yeah, took on e5.
Yeah, and you took?
I took on e5. I took on e5.
And now, guys, for this is just for 1 minute you will get for this one. White to play. What do you do here?
This is I can give you the hint because I made the move, but if you suggest another move, you will get the same point.
Okay, so 2 moves are here.
Yeah, basically, this is you get a full point for move I made, which was good, but then another one probably was as good, if not better.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Garry, while they are thinking, today, whoever wins, this gets your book, How Life Imitates Chess. And that will be autographed by you, and they'll be
absolutely. And it says the by the way, which has speaking about How Life Imitates Chess, I just finished the introduction for new edition.
Oh yeah, there's a revised edition.
Yeah, it's not a revision. Unfortunately, there are a few changes here and there, but introduction. It's a 2,000 words plus introduction that offers the overview of what's happened in the last 15 years since the book was written.
Ah. So
and the winner will receive the UK edition, which is the original one.
Wow.
Not American, but UK.
Guys, and also you can get a signed copy of Garry's book if you go and get an annual membership on Kasparov Chess, and it is 30% off. And if you get it, you get a signed copy of this book from Garry. So check it out in the description. The link is there. Okay, guys. Time is
by the
up.
way, okay.
No,
time
go
is
on,
up.
Garry.
No, fine. That's it. That's not it. Okay.
So shall we begin with Vaibhav?
Yeah.
Bishop g7.
Bishop to
G7.
G7. Okay. Anirban?
c5.
C5. Okay. Samay?
I'm safe. Queen e5.
Wow, what are you doing? Ooh.
Queen e5. Biswa?
You're just this is like a minefield. This is your pieces die on e5 square. So it's like a magnet. This is some sort of deadly attraction, fatal attraction. e5 square. You already gave up your knight there. Now you give up the queen.
Sorry, sorry.
Okay,
You have
C5.
C5.
Okay. Bishop g7. That's what Vishy counted for. And then after bishop f6, he sacrifices exchange has great position. Bishop h8, and black has excellent position. 2 pawns, knight, and no threats. No. We're not exchanging the bishop on h6 on this stupid rook on h8. So this is the actually I played knight c3 here. But as I said, c5 deserves the same full point because that's an idea. Again, did I tell you that C pawn will play an important role as a cannonball destroying defensive wall of black position? Again, just you have to listen because I throw this as the hints all the time. So C5 was probably even probably better, but it's the same idea. We need to open lines, and then then eventually knight goes on C3. But still, again, so it's not that simple. So and it would be probably this is somehow the transposition. So, but let's move on because after knight C3, Vishy.
By the way, Samay'S move, this is just a blunder, right? Because
no, of course, yeah. No, come on, this is you don't.
Sorry.
This is not any. They're not a kamikaze game, so just yeah.
Thanks, Sagar.
Yeah.
No, I mean, in case there was half point or something, so might say.
No, there's no half point. Knight C3. So, and now Vishy had to make a choice because, now I want to play C5 and then maybe knight D5. And if he just does nothing, then his king will die in the center. Next move is C5 is natural. And then, then take on D6, bishop B5 check. So he needs to actually find a way to escape. And his bishop on H6 is just getting his nerve. So he made a move that he thought would save him from trouble. It's a little bit ugly, but, it's good, looked as a good defensive idea. F6.
Yeah.
Now the idea is, as it's not to go king f7, but more like a knight f7 to push this nasty bishop, and then just eventually to castle because he still has 2 pawns up and his position looks solid. So are we having this test there?
No, you played C5.
No, because C5. That's what I said. That I played C5, and he played knight f7.
Yeah, and you took, and now
I took
the
on
bishop
D6.
is attacked, so he had to
now he took on with a pawn. Now, if he would take with the bishop, now he recognized because bishop D6 looked good, but then I go bishop D5 check, C6. That's the only, and then bishop F4, and his king is not CB5. I take on D6, and his king will not escape.
The first
two pawns. Who cares? Because all my pieces are in the game. A rook takes on D6. Another rook goes on E1, and that will be massacre.
Yeah.
So this is a pity because now and by the way, after bishop B5 check, if he goes bishop D7, bishop B5, bishop D7, bishop B5 check, bishop D6, bishop B5, bishop D7, bishop D7. Then a nasty move, rook E1 check. That's another bad news.
Yeah.
Bishop B7.
Yeah, but then maybe knight D5. I don't know. Maybe bishop G7 first. Now maybe bishop G7, then bishop takes F6. So there's so many moves. Knight D5 also was probably good. That's it. So he took with the pawn on D6.
Yeah, and guys,
he took with the pawn. And again, this is it's he still has 2 pawns up, and all he needs is just to escape from the center. His king has to escape, and then he might hope that 2 pawns will eventually help him survive or even more. So now my next move. So how can we make sure that he does not escape?
Okay, guys, this is your 8th point. So we have last 3 points now. Also in the chat, guys, what do you do here with white to play? What do you do? And while they're thinking, Garry, there's one question which I have to ask. When you were playing chess, you were simply the best in the world for so many years. Then you did other things. You even wrote books, and those became bestsellers. Everything that you do, anything. I've seen you in debates, in talk shows. You are like always have the top knowledge, everything. How can one strive for excellence like you? What should they do?
Look, it's there's no secret. It just goes all the way back to my early days. Lessons from my mother. It's all about making the difference. So as long as you are doing something, you have to try to make the difference. You have to try to invent new things. You have to look for new opportunities. So there's no limit for excellence. There's no limit for exploration. And I'm always hungry. So and that's why I feel, I wouldn't say I feel very young, but I don't feel my age now. So because I believe that, I'm still capable of making the difference, whether it's on the field of human rights, whether it's, on online chess, whether it's, talking about AI and human machine collaboration. So I'm always trying to concentrate my energy, my experience, my knowledge on something that, I believe, could help others to enlarge their vision of the world, and help us to build a bright, better future.
Amazing.
There are many areas where I feel, totally ignorant, and I just don't touch them.
Okay, but
okay, guys.
This.
So how do we keep Black King in the center?
Anirban, your move. What do you do?
Queen E3.
Okay, Queen E3 says Anirban. What about Samay?
Queen E3.
Queen E3. Viswa?
Bishop G7.
Bishop G7. Okay, and Vaibhav?
Knight C5.
Knight?
C5.
D5.
Knight B5.
Oh, Knight B5.
Sorry,
Okay.
my bad. Yeah.
Knight B5.
Okay. Your reaction tells me it's not the move, but okay.
Okay, so guys, two of them have said Queen E3, one Bishop G7.
Yeah, but it's the Bishop G7 doesn't work. Knight B5, it's a brave attempt. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, but Queen E3 is exactly what I've been, it was like a telepathy. I was trying to tell Queen E3, Queen E3, Queen E3. So just keep the king in the center. Of course, Queen E3, because my bishop on H6 dies, but Queen goes there. And Black King has the same problem. Now, what also happened, we, by exchanging our lousy pawn on C4, actually C3, imagine, on pawn on C7, we created a square on D5. This is very important because he doesn't have a solid pawn structure anymore. So his king, cannot escape on the queen side. Now it's all exposed. So now all we need is just, to make sure that, our bishop goes somewhere and our rook, appears on E file or maybe B file as well. But most important, just only something will happen there. And combining these ideas, with knight on D5, rook on E file, bishop goes F3 or B5. So we should develop the final attack. Again, if you are listening carefully, so I gave you all the hints for the
Actually, guys, I know the game, and the way Garry tells, these positions, there are hints layered all over.
Hints, exactly. It's like I'm throwing little pieces of gold here and there, but you have to find them.
Okay, he took Queen takes.
Queen takes.
Bishop F8.
Bishop F8. By the way, that's interesting. Doesn't happen very often. I'm sure Vishy can hardly find another game that by move 20. All his pieces are in the opening positions.
Oh,
you just look at this, all his pieces. That's just
wow.
Yeah, just it's. I think I'm not sure you can find another game.
True.
Because for 20 moves he exchanged 2 knights and didn't develop a single piece.
Amazing. Yeah. And after this check, he had to move his king.
Yeah.
So all pieces on the back rank, move the king. And guys, now for your penultimate point in this position, what do you do here? And Garry, do you have any hints for them or?
No, look, this. Okay, you. So you need to make sure again. You look at the position. So we have excellent position, but simply now giving, just immediately pushing Black King, because Black King wants to escape on G7, and if potentially his bishop can probably appear on C6, bishop D7, bishop D6, he can consolidate the position. Now we need to find the points of penetration. So we are ahead in development because look, we have pieces developed, but we need and he has some difficulty of bringing his pieces on decent squares. So we need to make sure that we have the we prepare the decisive attack, and we have to look for some potential yeah, I don't want to say too much because then it will be easy. So look at the position and think, how you want to penetrate Black's, Black's camp. So what is this? What are the potential lines of incursion? So and also look at, it's all pieces must play. So you just, have to make sure that, that you have coordinated efforts of the whole army. Okay.
Okay.
Did I throw too much?
No. I think it was, they still have to find the move. White to play. And guys, I'll give you 30 seconds more to think here. So 1 minute. And Garry, while they are thinking, yesterday when I was preparing for this, I was talking to Amruta, my wife, and I told him that, Garry is 58 right now. And he started this new venture, Kasparov Chess. I don't know from where he gets this energy. Can you tell us a bit about Kasparov Chess and, your vision behind it?
Look, it's not a brand new idea. I actually started Kasparov Chess first time in 1999, but it was probably, ill-conceived attempt. The technology was not there, probably because I had too grandiose views. So I always wanted to build a global community and just bring people in. Now, we have now many chess websites, and obviously we have chess.com, we have Magnus Chess. But I still think, that something is missing. It's the sense of this community. I wouldn't say family, but it's, it's just making chess fun, making chess not just educational, but also just, intellectual joy. So it's just, I want you just to find a sort of a new way of communicating, with this vast audience, just for people, to make sure that chess is an important part of our social life. It's not just, I show up there, I play a few blitz games, a few bullet games. It's just, I'm there because, I want to spend quality time with my, children or grandchildren, if you are my age. Or, I want to have friends, in other parts of the world. Or, I just, want to enjoy, a good conversation, quality conversation. I want to meet other people, that are telling me, how to enjoy the game of chess. And this is obviously the phenomenal success of the Queen's Gambit, show that chess could be entertaining. So those are all the elements I want to incorporate in Kasparov Chess. That's the vision, and hopefully it will attract, audience big enough to make it a success story.
Amazing. Okay, guys. So that's very tremendous project that is in progress. But right now, the penultimate move of the day, and we'll start with Biswa. Biswa, what's your move?
Rook B1, Rook A to B1.
Rook A to B1. Okay. What about Vaibhav?
Knight D5.
Knight D5. Right?
Yeah.
Anirban?
Rook A to C1.
Rook A C1. Samay?
Knight E4.
Knight E4. So anyone can actually win at this point. So very crucial moment in this entire episode.
Look, this is okay. Now we can discuss it because I threw ideas. So, guys, what is the point of incursion? So, how you want to basically to continue or to succeed with a hunt of the Black King? So, what is the and I indicated to you that it's just disappearing. The disappearance of C pawns created new opportunities for White. So, what is this? Because black is behind the development. So what is the weak point? So where we can have our D-Day, Normandy landing?
C7.
C7, correct. So how do we get there?
Rook C1.
Rook C, yes, but again, it's just Rook C1 is one idea. I would give you half a point for Rook C1.
Anirban gets
but
D5.
With so who said 95?
No, I just went again basically.
Yeah, but who said 95?
Vaibhav.
Okay, so the right move was 95.
Wow.
Because we are just again we need to rush. We need to rush. So we cannot we don't give him time to even to hold his breath even just So now Rook C1 is a deadly threat. But but he just, he had his only defense. He needs to attack the knight. If you play rook c1, that's it. Then my just rook will destroy everything there. So if he goes bishop d7 now, probably queen b3 is very strong. That's another threat. So that's another opportunity. Queen b3, threatening the open, and then taking b7 pawn, and that's the position. Black position will be lost. So it's there are many other moves. Probably even rook c1 also it's nearly winning. But he played bishop e6 here. He tried to eliminate his knight. So actually the game didn't last for too long.
Yeah, two more moves.
Two more moves.
Knight f4.
Knight f4,
e7.
and he just in knight f4, couldn't he couldn't move his bishop, because then I have a very deadly check on b3 or c4, and he played queen e7. And now you just have to make it's the final move. And again, sometimes the strongest move is a move that creates threats. So basically, that's just you don't rush. You just make a preparation. So it's
I see.
It's you are. I don't want you to give it a clear indication. This is a crucial moment. So we need to find the right move to expose the weakness of Black's king, and the position is hanging. But it's something that is it's little subtle move that that forced Vishy to resign.
Okay, guys, this move, and it's so nicely poised, because Samay on 4.5, Anirban on 4.5, Vaibhav on 5, Biswa on 5, and all down to the last possible move, and it's not an easy move, guys. So
give some more time now. Give 3 minutes or something.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
please.
fine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I give you one more tiny hint. It's when you shoot at enemy's lines, the most effective way of shooting is creating the battery of your guns.
Oh.
It's a little bit, it's a twisted tongue. So I know, but this is, but
amazing.
Oh.
It's so enjoyable to know the move and listen to Gary's hints, because then you know what he's hinting at. Amazing. But Gary, right now, what is it that takes up your time? What you're doing Kasparov chess. What else? You are in Greece right now.
I'm in Greece now. It's a traditional summer conference of Stavros Niarchos Foundation, and I've been working with them on numerous projects for years. I did a lot of chess events here. We had programs with Greek chess, but this year is AI and humanity, the topic of the conference, and I'm one of the keynote speakers there. So there are many top experts in the field, and I will be on stage on the 27th. So you can look at the SNF Nostos conference, NOSTOS.
Okay.
So summer conference, AI and humanity. So a lot of interesting speakers there. So I'm very much looking forward. Then I'm still very much active. Yeah, this is on KASPAROVCHESS. I will be also playing 960 chess in St. Louis.
September, right? September.
Yeah, September 8 and 8 to 10. So is the and also I have other events. So I have an event in Florida on September 3rd. I have I do a presidential lecture in University of Purdue in Indiana on the 14th of September. I do a lot of Zoom calls. So mostly it's AI and AI related topics,
Wow.
AI or cybersecurity. But again, it's my plate is full.
It's amazing how much energy you have. I mean, it's crazy.
I suggest again, I just got the word that The article that I wrote was Professor De Kremer on AI and AI human relations in Harvard Business Review.
Wow.
A few months ago. Now it was selected for a special issue of Harvard Business Review of one of the key articles on this topic.
Amazing, amazing.
So that's why for those who are interested, so I suggest you look at this. So it's something that might interest you. So
Okay.
So guys.
Okay, shall we reveal now? I think enough time. It's time to start with. Let's go with Samay. Samay, what's your move?
Rook D1.
Rook E1 says Samay. Okay. Biswa.
Oh man, this was not what I was thinking. Okay, Bishop F3.
Bishop F3. Vaibhav.
Rook E1.
Rook E1 and Anirban.
Rook E1.
Rook E1. Okay. They were
This is. I'm afraid we don't have a winner yet. So because this is. I think you heard me loud and clear saying battery. So I played Rook E1. Now the key idea of Rook E1 is that it's not just creates pressure on E file, but it prevents Bishop H6 because that was his defensive idea. Because if he goes Bishop H6 now. Just hoping to eliminate the pressure because of this knight, Bishop H6. Then Bishop H6. Then Bishop C4 is winning because Queen is not protected on the 7. So and the battery decides. So Rook E1 is a subtle move. I'm waiting. My bishop can go either way. It is, but it's very important. He has no moves. The computer will tell you that there's some defensive lines, but I mean Vishy was so upset by the development of the game, he resigned instantly whenever Rook E1 decided enough was enough. Actually, the game is lost. So it's the white bishop goes somewhere and it's over. So this is black basically has no good moves.
Wow. So this is amazing. This means that we get a full point here for Samay. He ends on 5.5. Vaibhav on 6.
Wow.
And Anirban on 5.5. So actually we have a clear winner here.
Wow.
Vaibhav, congratulations for winning this. You get a signed copy of How Life Imitates Chess.
Good. And I will go back to America, just good copy, good solid copy. So and I'll come up with a good inscription. So it may take a little bit of time, for you to receive it, but it's worth waiting for.
I've heard so much about you, sir. Obviously, I mean, you're a legend in the world. But I've seen you on a few streams now. And the way you are, it's amazing how you speak your mind. And I can't wait to read what you mentioned in the book. It'll be so exciting to read that.
Yeah, I'm still, it's a book written 15 years ago, but I'm standing by, for what I said there, because it wasn't it was an idea basically to share the way I've been making decisions, because this is the key message of the book. It's not about giving a tip, give me the tip. That's what everybody wants at conference. No, you should tell me. No, there's no tip. This is all we need to do is to look inside, to understand who we are, how we make decisions, what's the most effective for us. And again, it's a very thorough and sometimes painful and slow process, but it's surely the right direction to take.
If that's what I want to learn, I would rather see what you have to say rather than any writer.
Yes, thank you.
Amazing. Can't wait to read this.
Excellent. So great competition. So everybody did the best. So guys,
strength-wise, your brutal words are always fun to hear. So
brutal, we had fun.
We had fun.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
And Garry, before you leave, do you have a minute?
Yeah,
I want to just invite a very dear friend of yours, and I mean a very close friend, just say hi to you. And I think you being on ChessBase India, I guess you might guess who that person is, because there's a connection with chess.
Oh, buddy, I see the name.
Wow, who's?
One second.
Yeah. Fred, you have been watching us and listening to us, yes,
and enjoying it tremendously.
Yeah, of course, this is so typical of you, Fred. Just sitting in the dark corner, recording everything for posterity.
Oh, just enjoying it. By the way, guys, I had 25 years of this.
Yeah, look at this.
What do you mean 25? Are you kidding me? How about 25 or 30 or 35?
35.
Fred, 35. Fred, what's happened with your math, Fred?
Guys, this is Frederick.
This is 35 years ago, Fred. 35.
Years ago.
Damn, 35.
35 years ago, my God.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Yes, but he hasn't changed. I had so many.
Come on, look at my hair. Look maybe I haven't changed, but my hair, betrayed me.
Yeah, well, I think Fred, whom you met 35 years ago, he still has the same energy, right now as well. It was amazing. Did you watch the show, Fred, right now? Frederick, did you see the show right now?
All of it. I saw all of it.
Amazing. But
okay.
Actually, we met for the first time 41 years ago.
Yeah.
In Dortmund at the Youth World Championship, where he came up to me on the street. Saying, Fred, no, he said, I have some problems with my sound.
We can hear you very well.
Okay. And he came up to me and he said to me, 5-3, draw you win, $5 a game.
Yeah, I thought he was a chess player.
Yeah, I was talking to Nan, and I was talking to...
Yes, Nigel, yes, he was mingling with the other chess players.
And he had cleaned out all the other players. And so he was looking for another. You know what 5-3 means? I get 5 minutes, he gets 3 minutes. If it's a draw, and so on. I said, no way.
Yeah. Was it Garry? Was it this event by any chance or not?
Yep, absolutely.
That's
the final ceremony of Dortmund under 20 championship.
Sorry. Yeah.
Which was I won. I was 17. I got gold medal. Nigel. By the way, this is Nigel Short.
Yes,
that's this. Yes, in
Yeah.
yellow. So he was 15, and the third one was Ivan Morovic from Chile.
Amazing. Well,
Yeah.
Garry, it was a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for spending time
always
with
pleasure.
us.
Always pleasure to talk to real chess fans. So this is it's like even on Zoom, you can feel a positive energy when people love chess. When people just really care about the game. So I also I'm always in an upbeat mood.
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you
Thank you guys.
so
Thank you.
much.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I have a signed copy of Garry Kasparov.
अरे सागर मैं आपको वैभव का एड्रेस भेज रहा हूँ.
मैं व्हाट्सएप नंबर भेजता हूँ भाई को. उस पे भेजना.
भाई वैभव का नंबर लीक करा दो भाई.
Oh my God.
बहुत हो गया भाई.
भाई वैभव का अभी तक घर डिसाइड नहीं हुआ कहाँ पे डिलीवरी आएगी उसकी.
अरे वैभव ग्रैंड मास्टर में जीतने ही नहीं देता यार.
वैभव आप हैंग क्यों हो गए भाई?
वैभव पूरा ग्रैंड मास्टर पे एस करके फिर सीओपी में ब्लंडर करता है बिशप मेट इन वन.
मेरा वीडियो हैंग हो गया पता नहीं क्यों.
बिस्वा का भी.
अभी ठीक है अभी.
Biswa, आप एंड में you choked. Biswa, you are leading the event.
Yeah, but
just like always.
It's my style.
No, but it was so good that you guys were really. I thought the game was tough, right? It was not easy.
अरे यार वो क्या है मैंने ब्लंडर किया
बहुत अच्छे से like he explained everything.
Yeah.
And he got angry also when like उसके बाद भी नहीं.
Oh, Fred, your video started now. Can you hear us? Frederick, can you hear us? Maybe he cannot hear us. But guys, this is the founder of ChessBase, Frederick Friedel, and he, met Garry Kasparov in 1985. Like they met him, he met him before, but in 85 they got together and they started.
I hear you twice.
You hear me twice because you have the stream on, Frederick. You have the YouTube video on. That is the problem in your computer.
So I should switch it off, yeah?
Yes, yes. And that's how ChessBase actually began in 1985 with Garry Kasparov. And yeah, it would have been wonderful, Fred, if your video would have switched on while Garry was there. But now everyone can see you. Everyone was saying face reveal and so on.
Don't worry, sir. Our combined ELO is equal to Garry,
Oh
sir.
my God! Now I understand. I had the stream on, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Sagar, you have to teach me.
It's so good to see you, Fred, and meet Anirban on top left, Samay, Vaibhav, and Biswa. They are 4 of the top stand-up comedians in India, and they have been doing phenomenal job with chess, learning chess, promoting chess. Overall, it's just unbelievable.
I had a lot of fun with Garry, and he helped me build ChessBase. This was 1985. He and I designed ChessBase, and then I found a programmer, and we made the company, and he helped us for 10 years at least with PR and spreading the word about ChessBase. We paid him nothing because he would not take any money from me. I was like not just a friend; I was part of his family.
Yeah, and he was the world champion back then.
He was a world champion, and I used to accompany him. I used to meet him 3 to 5 times a year at some, his matches against Karpov, against Nigel Short, and other events. We played against national teams. He would play against the French national team, the Swiss national team, the German national team, American juniors, and so on. The full national team, and he's playing as clock symbol against them.
Guys, actually, he played against the German national team with the clock. They were all 25, 50 plus grandmasters, I think. And
all of them.
Yeah, and he played with a clock Simon, and he beat 4.5 half. Was that the score, Frederick, I think, or 5-0? I think
he had 2 draws, and I think he won one of the other games, yeah. And that was very interesting. What happened was I was his advisor, so I gave him good advice. At some stage, he came to me and said, if I offer this guy a draw, will he accept? I said, no way. They have instructions to play to the bitter end, to keep you occupied. So he won't accept a draw. 3 moves later, I see them shaking hands because he did accept a draw. And then the other one, Vastimil Hort, a candidate, grandmaster and so on, he offered Garry a draw. Or Garry offered him a draw, and he accepted. And suddenly Garry was playing against 2 grandmasters, and they suffered, and one of them lost.
Yeah.
Oh, it was magnificent. But it was not just chess. It was, we had a lot of fun with jokes and games and history and discussions and so on. And it was just a lot of fun, a lot of laughter. And you see his personality. He hasn't changed, by the way.
Yeah, very energetic. Actually, I think, guys, in the chat, we should do a stream with Frederick someday to hear about the stories of Garry. They are amazing. He has known him for years. He's met. Actually, Vishy Anand has been to his place several times, and all the youngsters, Magnus Carlsen.
Several times? You mean 36 times? He practically grew up here behind me in this, not in this house, in the old house. And he came when he was like 17 or 18 years old. And then he came again and again and again and again and again. And he became part of our family also. So, there was a certain conflict because I was always, Garry was my oldest friend and my most loyal friend, by the way. But I was looking after Nigel Short, who challenged him. I was looking after Vishy Anand, who challenged him. And even Kramnik used to come and visit me. So, Garry was always saying, are you here at this World Championship match supporting me or my opponent? And it was,
Yeah. Well, Fred, we had great fun today with Garry. It was a great show. I think you also saw it. And guys, everyone in the chat,
wonderful.
I think you also enjoyed. So we'll have a Grandmaster Chess very soon, the next episode. But Anirban, Samay, Vaibhav, Biswa, thank you so much for tuning in, for joining. And you guys actually, I'll tell you, surpassed the expectations today. You were really good, all of you. I mean, to score so many points in that game, 5+ for all, was amazing.
His hints really helped. If he had not told us those battery and all, we would have never found rookie.
Yeah, rookie one was quite tough.
Like, no, I mean, without a battery, I don't think we would have ever even looked for rookie one, actually.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes.
But yeah.
Okay, Vaibhav, send me your address.
I mean,
you address your first day in the house, second day in the
please
house.
send your address. First love, some random person is receiving book.
But I was actually telling my wife late that I've gotten out of reading so far that I was like, I don't want to put books out in the open because I don't read them anymore. So I was like, why just have it because they look nice? And the coincidence is I have one which I really have to read now. Like I really want to
This
read.
you have earned it. This book you have earned it.
Oh,
so.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I really do mean, like, I want to see what Garry, like, I mean, his thoughts would be amazing to this book.
Absolutely. And guys, before we leave, I just want all of you to know that Garry's newest project here, and he's very, very passionate about it. It's called Kasparov Chess, and this is the website here. Please go to the link, and in case if you want to, become a member, of course, becoming a member is free, but to become a premium member, you can become a monthly member. In case you choose a yearly membership, then you get the signed copy of this book, which is How Life Imitates Chess. This is nice. By the way, here, How Life Imitates Chess by Garry Kasparov. This is the book you will get signed by him. I think the new edition. So please do consider having that. You get 30% off if you use the code Sagar30. And until then, guys, we will call it a night. Thank you so much, all of you. And Fred, thank you for joining in. It was great having you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Nice to meet you, Fred. Thanks, Sagar.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.